Every trip to the store is a decision about your health, even if it doesn't feel like it. You grab a few things for the week, toss them into your cart, and move on. But what if I told you that some of the most common items seniors buy are quietly working against your energy, your digestion, your blood pressure, even your memory? Here's the truth. After 50, your body changes. Digestion slows, blood sugar becomes more sensitive, your immune system shifts, and those changes mean the foods and products you buy at the store don't hit your system the same way they did at 30 or 40. Some items that used to be harmless or even healthy might now be contributing to joint pain, inflammation, mental fog, or weight gain without you realizing it. And then there's the flip side, the smart items, the ones that actively support your energy, brain health, mood, and immune function, the ones that give you more good days, more stability, and more strength with every meal or moment. But most people overlook them. Or worse, they skip them because they don't know how powerful they really are. In this video, we're going to break it all down clearly and practically. You'll discover 7 things you should stop buying immediately because they no longer serve your health and in some cases, quietly sabotage it. And 5 things you should always have on hand. Not trendy products, but proven essentials your body actually uses and benefits from. So before your next trip to the grocery store, pharmacy, or big box chain, stick with us. A few smart swaps and small changes could help you feel better, move easier, and live longer. Let's start with what you should never put in your cart again and why. 1. Sugary breakfast cereals. The morning trap. They might look innocent, even healthy. Boxes lined with phrases like heart smart, whole grain, or fortified with vitamins. But most breakfast cereals marketed to adults and seniors are anything but helpful to your health. The truth is, these cereals are often packed with added sugar, refined carbohydrates, and artificial flavors, a dangerous mix that starts your day with a spike and ends in a crash. When you eat sugary cereal first thing in the morning, your blood sugar surges. At first, you feel alert or energized, but within a couple of hours, it drops rapidly, leaving you hungry again, foggy-headed, maybe even a little shaky. This blood sugar roller coaster becomes especially risky with age as your metabolism slows and insulin sensitivity changes. What once felt like a harmless bowl of crunch now becomes a contributor to fatigue, weight gain, cravings, and increased risk of type 2 diabetes. And it's not just the cereals with bright colors and cartoon mascots. Many brands that seem healthy, granola clusters, natural blends, or those claiming added fiber, still hide 10, 15, or even 20 grams of sugar per serving. That doesn't include what you pour over it or what you add to sweeten it more. What you end up with is a processed product stripped of real nutrition, delivering empty calories when your body needs steady fuel the most. For seniors, breakfast is more than a habit. It's a strategic opportunity. Starting your day with protein, healthy fats, and fiber helps regulate appetite, balance blood sugar, and provide lasting energy. If your first meal sends your glucose soaring, the rest of your day becomes an uphill battle. 2. Flavored yogurts, the dessert in disguise. Yogurt often carries a healthy reputation. It's advertised as good for digestion, rich in calcium, and supportive of gut health thanks to its probiotics. But not all yogurts are created equal, and for many seniors, those little flavored cups lining the dairy aisle are more dessert than health food. The issue lies in the added sugar. Flavored yogurts, even those labeled low-fat or fruit on the bottom, are often packed with sweeteners. One single serving container can contain anywhere from 12 to 20 grams of added sugar, and sometimes more. That's equivalent to 5 or 6 teaspoons of sugar in what many people think is a smart snack. For someone trying to manage blood sugar, reduce inflammation, or maintain a healthy weight, that small cup can quietly undo a lot of progress. The problem is compounded by low-fat versions, which strip away the natural fats that help keep you full and satisfied. To compensate for the loss of flavor and texture, manufacturers pump in more sugar or artificial sweeteners. These additives might taste good, but they can spike insulin, fuel cravings, and contribute to the very digestive issues yogurt is supposed to improve. For seniors whose insulin sensitivity may already be lower and digestive balance more fragile, this is more than a dietary detail. It's a daily misstep with long-term impact. Yogurt should support your gut, your bones, and your energy. But when it's processed, sweetened, and stripped of balance, it stops being helpful and starts acting more like candy in disguise. Number 3. Processed deli meats. The sodium time bomb. They're quick, convenient, and often seem like a lighter lunch option. Sliced turkey, ham, bologna, or roast beef from the deli section might feel like a harmless staple, especially for sandwiches, wraps, or simple dinners. But for seniors, processed deli meats can be a daily danger, hiding in plain sight. The problem begins with sodium. Deli meats are notoriously high in salt, and even just a few slices can contain half or more of your recommended daily intake. That's before adding cheese, condiments, or bread. And for anyone managing high blood pressure, heart disease, or kidney function, all common concerns after 50, that sodium surge can quickly become a serious health risk. But it doesn't stop at salt. Most processed meats are preserved with nitrates and nitrites, chemicals that extend shelf life and enhance color, but which have been linked to increased inflammation and, in long-term studies, even cancer risk. For seniors already facing age-related inflammation or weakened immunity, adding these compounds daily is like pouring fuel on the fire. Many people assume that buying low-fat or natural deli meats is safer, but these labels can be misleading. Even the options marketed as healthier still often contain high sodium and preservatives. They're just packaged more cleanly. A turkey slice may seem lean, but if it's been sitting in brine and flavor enhancers, your body still pays the price. No. 4. Shelf-stable fruit snacks. The fiber-free faker. They come in bright packaging, labeled with pictures of apples, berries, or grapes. Some say made with real fruit or promise added vitamins. But those chewy, sticky, shelf-stable fruit snacks, whether in bar, strip, or pouch form, are far from the real thing. For seniors, they can be especially misleading, posing as a smart choice when they're really just candy in disguise. The core problem is simple. These snacks have been stripped of fiber, water, and most of the natural nutrients found in whole fruit. What's left is a concentrated shot of sugar and starch, with texture and color engineered to feel like food, but little of the nutritional value to back it up. Many of these products contain as much sugar as a candy bar, sometimes even more, and often come sweetened with fruit juice concentrate or high fructose corn syrup. These types of sugars hit the bloodstream fast, spiking blood glucose, then dropping it, a cycle that increases hunger, irritability, and long-term insulin resistance. For seniors, this means increased risk of diabetes, energy crashes, and inflammation. And let's talk about fiber, or rather, the lack of it. One of the main reasons whole fruits support digestion and blood sugar control is because of their fiber. But by the time fruit has been pulverized, pressed, dried, or molded into a gummy shape, that fiber is almost always gone. Without it, what you're left with is essentially sugar that digests quickly and feeds harmful bacteria in the gut. Even dried fruit, while closer to natural, often includes added sugars or preservatives like sulfites, which can trigger sensitivities or digestive issues in older adults. Number 5. Diet sodas, the artificial trap. They promise 0 sugar and 0 calories, and for many seniors trying to watch their weight or manage blood sugar, diet sodas seem like a smart switch. But behind the slick marketing and fizzy refreshment lies a more complicated truth, one that might be undermining your health in ways you don't expect. While diet sodas don't contain traditional sugar, they are filled with artificial sweeteners like aspartame, sucralose, or saccharin. These compounds are hundreds of times sweeter than sugar, and while they may satisfy a sweet tooth without the calories, they come with side effects that raise real concerns, especially for older adults. One of the biggest issues is how these sweeteners trick the brain. Your body tastes something sweet but doesn't receive the calories or nutrients it expects. Over time, this can confuse hunger signals, increase sugar cravings, and lead to greater overall calorie consumption. That means diet soda might actually lead to weight gain, not weight loss. Worse still, some studies have linked regular consumption of artificial sweeteners to insulin resistance, gut microbiome disruption, and metabolic syndrome, conditions that are already more common with age. And if you're drinking diet soda in place of water or other nourishing drinks, you're missing opportunities to hydrate properly and support your digestion, joints, and energy levels. There's also the issue of habit. Because diet sodas stimulate the brain's reward system without delivering real nutrition, they can become addictive in a way that's hard to break. That daily soda with lunch can turn into 2, then 3, creating a long-term reliance on a product that offers little and may take more than it gives. 6. Frozen diet meals. The portion-controlled problem. They seem like a smart, simple solution. Microwavable meals labeled light, lean, or fit, with calorie counts printed in bold and promises of portion control. Frozen diet meals are often marketed directly to health-conscious adults, especially seniors looking to manage their weight or simplify cooking. But despite the convenience, these frozen boxes come with serious nutritional downsides that can quietly work against your health. The first red flag is sodium. Most frozen diet meals are heavily processed and preserved with salt, often containing 700 to 1200 milligrams per meal, nearly half or more of your daily limit in a single serving. For seniors managing high blood pressure, fluid retention, or kidney issues, this kind of salt load can undo progress and increase health risks. Next is the issue of volume versus satisfaction. These meals are designed to be low in calories, but they often skimp on protein, healthy fats, and fiber, the very nutrients that keep you feeling full and energized. Instead, they fill up space with refined carbs and sugary sauces, which lead to short-lived satisfaction and hunger that returns quickly. What feels like portion control can easily backfire, pushing you to snack later or feel deprived throughout the day. Many frozen meals are also loaded with additives, preservatives, and artificial flavorings to make up for the lack of freshness. Over time, these can irritate digestion, interfere with gut health, and contribute to inflammation, especially for older adults whose digestive systems are more sensitive. It's important to note that not all frozen meals are bad, but the majority on grocery shelves prioritize shelf life and low calorie counts over actual nourishment. They're built for marketing, not for long-term health. Number 7. Packaged muffins and pastries. The hidden sugar bombs. They look soft, comforting, and familiar. Those neatly wrapped muffins, danishes, and pastries stacked near the bakery or breakfast aisle. They might even be labeled as low-fat, made with real fruit, or whole grain. But the reality is these packaged baked goods are among the worst choices a senior can make at the store, no matter how innocent they appear. At first glance, they seem like a quick breakfast or snack. But take a closer look at the nutrition label, and you'll often find more than 20 to 30 grams of sugar, sky-high carbohydrate counts, and very little fiber or protein. That's a direct hit to your blood sugar. For seniors, whose metabolism and insulin response may be slower or more fragile, these kinds of spikes and crashes can lead to intense fatigue, mood swings, and long-term risk of type 2 diabetes or cognitive decline. But it's not just about the sugar. These packaged treats are often made with refined white flour, hydrogenated oils, and a long list of preservatives and artificial flavors. They're designed to taste indulgent and stay soft for weeks, not to nourish your body. The problem is they digest quickly, provide almost no satiety, and often leave you hungrier an hour later. What's especially misleading is the portion size. One packaged muffin can easily contain 2 servings, meaning double the sugar and double the calories, without most people realizing it. And because these pastries are often marketed as breakfast, it normalizes the idea of starting your day with dessert, setting off a chain of cravings that can affect your choices for the rest of the day. Instead of grabbing that plastic-wrapped muffin, try prepping a batch of homemade baked goods using whole oats, almond flour, mashed banana, or unsweetened applesauce. You can control the sweetness, skip the chemicals, and even boost the fiber and protein. Or better yet, replace pastries with a piece of fruit and a handful of nuts, a combo that satisfies without the crash. Now that we've cleared out the troublemakers from your cart, let's focus on what should be going in. Because shopping smart isn't just about what to avoid, it's about knowing what to prioritize. After all, the right items in your pantry and fridge don't just fill a shelf. They support your energy, immunity, digestion, and brain health with every bite. And for seniors, stocking up on the right essentials can make healthy choices easier, faster, and more automatic. In this next section, we'll cover 5 must-have grocery items that every older adult should keep on hand. These aren't trendy superfoods or expensive specialty items, they're everyday heroes. Affordable, accessible, and backed by real science to help you feel stronger, think clearer, and stay resilient. Let's start with the first one. A foundational food that supports your gut, bones, and immunity all at once. 1. Plain Greek yogurt, the protein-packed gut supporter. When it comes to stocking your fridge with foods that truly support your health, few items work harder than plain Greek yogurt. For seniors, it's one of the smartest daily staples, offering benefits that stretch far beyond just digestion. First, Greek yogurt is a rich source of high-quality protein, which is essential for maintaining muscle mass as we age. With each spoonful, you're giving your body the building blocks it needs to support strength, balance, and recovery, all crucial for mobility and independence. Unlike many processed snacks or breakfast items, Greek yogurt provides lasting fullness without the blood sugar roller coaster. But the real magic happens in the gut. Greek yogurt is packed with probiotics, the friendly bacteria that help balance your microbiome. A healthy gut isn't just about avoiding constipation or bloating. It's also linked to improved immune function, reduced inflammation, and even clearer thinking. For seniors, whose gut health can decline with age or medication use, replenishing beneficial bacteria is a simple, effective way to protect overall wellness. And let's not forget the calcium and vitamin B12. Just 1 serving of plain Greek yogurt helps support strong bones and healthy nerve function, both of which become more important after 50. To get the most benefit, skip the flavored versions loaded with added sugar and go for plain, unsweetened Greek yogurt. If you want a touch of sweetness, add fresh berries, a few chopped nuts, or a drizzle of honey. It's a balanced, nourishing option that can be enjoyed as breakfast, a snack, or even a creamy base for dips and dressings. When your cart includes plain Greek yogurt, you're not just grabbing a dairy product, you're choosing something that supports your body from the inside out every single day. 2. Canned beans, the fiber-filled, heart-healthy staple. Affordable, shelf-stable, and incredibly versatile, canned beans are one of the most underrated superfoods, especially for seniors. Whether it's black beans, chickpeas, kidney beans, or lentils, keeping a few cans in your pantry can do wonders for your heart, digestion, and energy. One of the biggest benefits of beans is fiber. As we age, many people struggle with irregular digestion, cholesterol issues, or blood sugar spikes. Beans tackle all 3. Just half a cup can deliver 6 to 8 grams of fiber, which helps regulate blood sugar, lower LDL, bad cholesterol, and keep your digestive system moving smoothly. That's essential for preventing constipation and supporting overall gut health. Two things that become more common and more problematic with age. Beans are also packed with plant-based protein, which supports muscle maintenance without the saturated fat found in some animal proteins. They're a great way to add substance and staying power to your meals, keeping you fuller longer and helping to stabilize energy throughout the day. And let's not overlook their impact on heart health. Thanks to their combination of soluble fiber, magnesium, potassium, and antioxidants, beans have been shown to reduce blood pressure and inflammation, two key contributors to heart disease. To get the best out of canned beans, choose low-sodium or no-salt added versions when possible. If your can isn't labeled as such, simply rinse the beans under water for 30 seconds before using to wash away up to 40% of the sodium. Whether tossed into a salad, added to soup, blended into a dip, or stirred into a stir-fry, beans are a low-cost, high-reward pantry staple. Stock up and your heart and gut will thank you. 3. Frozen berries, the antioxidant powerhouse. When it comes to protecting your brain, heart, and cells from age-related decline, frozen berries deserve a permanent spot in your freezer. Blueberries, strawberries, raspberries, and blackberries are more than just colorful and sweet. They're packed with antioxidants, fiber, and vitamins that help your body fight inflammation, oxidative stress, and chronic disease. One of the key benefits of berries, especially for seniors, is their high content of anthocyanins, natural compounds that give berries their deep color and are linked to improved brain function and memory. Studies have shown that regular consumption of berries may help slow cognitive aging by improving blood flow to the brain and reducing the buildup of harmful plaques. Berries also support heart health. They help lower blood pressure, reduce cholesterol, and protect blood vessels thanks to their combination of fiber, vitamin C, and anti-inflammatory compounds. For seniors managing cardiovascular risks, this is a simple and delicious way to add protection through everyday meals. And because frozen berries are picked at peak ripeness and flash frozen, they retain nearly all of their nutrients, often more than berries that have been sitting fresh in the fridge for days. They're also far more affordable and available year-round, making them a practical choice for any grocery list. You can toss frozen berries into oatmeal, blend them into smoothies, stir them into yogurt, or even enjoy them slightly thawed as a natural dessert. There's no need for added sugars or syrups. Their natural sweetness does the job. Stocking your freezer with frozen berries is like having a daily dose of brain and heart protection on standby. Simple, powerful, and delicious, they're a smart investment in your long-term health. Number 4. Rolled oats, the slow-burning energy essential. Simple, affordable, and endlessly versatile, rolled oats are a grocery item every senior should keep stocked. They're more than just a breakfast food. They're a nutritional powerhouse that fuels your body steadily, supports heart health, and keeps your digestion on track. One of the standout features of rolled oats is their high soluble fiber content, especially a type called beta-glucan. This fiber forms a gel-like substance in the gut, which slows digestion, stabilizes blood sugar, and helps lower LDL, bad cholesterol. For seniors managing diabetes, prediabetes, or high cholesterol, that makes oats one of the most effective and natural dietary tools available. Unlike sugary cereals or refined grains, rolled oats provide slow-burning carbohydrates. This means they release energy gradually, helping you avoid energy crashes and maintain focus and stamina throughout the day. It's the kind of steady fuel that supports mental clarity, physical endurance, and emotional stability, all key to aging well. Oats are also rich in important micronutrients like magnesium, iron, and B vitamins. They support everything from muscle function to mood regulation and immune strength, which makes them an ideal base for daily meals. The best part? Rolled oats are incredibly easy to use. Cook them into a warm breakfast bowl with cinnamon and fruit. Soak them overnight with yogurt for a quick grab-and-go option, or even add them to smoothies or homemade baking for extra texture and nutrition. Skip the instant packets with added sugars and flavorings, and go for plain rolled oats. They give you complete control over what goes into your meal and what stays out. With just one ingredient and a shelf life that lasts for months, rolled oats are a small addition to your cart that delivers big health returns. Number 5. Extra virgin olive oil, the anti-inflammatory kitchen staple. Few ingredients are as foundational and as beneficial as extra virgin olive oil. Especially for seniors, it's one of the smartest staples to always keep on hand. Packed with healthy fats and powerful antioxidants, this golden oil does more than make food taste better. It actively supports long-term health with every drizzle. The heart of olive oil's benefits lies in its high content of monounsaturated fats, which help lower bad cholesterol, LDL, and raise good cholesterol, HDL. This makes it a key ally in reducing the risk of heart disease, stroke, and high blood pressure, all major concerns for older adults. But it doesn't stop there. Extra virgin olive oil is rich in polyphenols, natural plant compounds that have strong anti-inflammatory and antioxidant effects. These compounds combat oxidative stress in the body, protecting your cells from age-related damage and lowering inflammation, a root cause of many chronic conditions, including arthritis, Alzheimer's, and even cancer. What makes extra virgin olive oil especially powerful is that it's both nutrient-dense and versatile. You can use it to sauté vegetables, drizzle it over salads, mix it into dips, or even add a spoonful to soups or stews for a rich finish. Unlike heavily processed oils, it's minimally refined and retains its nutrients, as long as you store it properly in a cool, dark place. When shopping, choose oils labeled extra virgin and packaged in dark glass bottles to protect the oil from light and maintain freshness. The flavor should be slightly peppery or fruity, a sign of real quality. Olive oil is more than just a cooking fat. It's a daily health practice disguised as a culinary habit. With every use, you're giving your body the kind of support it needs to age with strength, flavor, and vitality. Every item you put in your cart is a choice, not just about food, but about how you want to feel, function, and age. And as you've seen, some of the most common items can quietly work against your energy, your heart, and your clarity. But the good news is, the right choices are just as accessible and far more powerful. By skipping the sugary cereals, processed meats, and artificial sweeteners, and stocking up on gut-friendly yogurt, fiber-rich beans, antioxidant-packed berries, and heart-healthy olive oil, you're not just shopping smarter. You're building a lifestyle that supports strength, stability, and independence. These changes don't require perfection, just a little more awareness, a little more intention, and a few better choices each time you shop. So before your next trip to the store, take a moment to review your habits. Clear out the silent health saboteurs and make room for the simple foods that truly serve you. If this video helped you think differently about your cart and your health, give it a like, share it with a friend or loved one, and don't forget to subscribe to Active Healthcare for more practical tips to help you thrive after 50. Because smart choices at the store, they add up to stronger days, sharper thinking, and a longer, better life.